Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to talk about discrimination at workplace. This is a word which we usually come across daily from our near or dear ones who are working at some place, or we ourselves have experienced this in one form or other. To better understand this, I would ask a simple question to all of you. Have you ever been treated or looked at differently because of your age, gender, religion, rank, or any other attribute? If yes, then you must have experienced one type of discrimination. So what do we mean by discrimination? In general, discrimination is the judgment of qualities and recognition of the differences between things, and it comes in different forms and frames. At workplace, discrimination comes when an employee suffers from an unfavorable or unfair treatment. Many countries, in particular the developed ones, take a very strong legal aspect against this form of discrimination. This is not as strong as in our developing countries, but we are rising to this occasion. There are different forms of discrimination which could take place at workplace. We try to look at these different forms and try to look at the different possible solutions for these discrimination and how can we avoid such type of discrimination. Discrimination at workplace can be in any form, be it on the basis of race, gender, or religion. Newer forms of biases, which are more subtle and less visible, are also emerging in today's world. It can be on any genetic disposition, migration, HIV/AIDS, or sexual orientation and lifestyle are also emerging as newer forms of discrimination. Every professional, be it is a salesperson, a journalist, a manager, a software engineer, stories of injustice and discriminations have been found and we can hear it all the time. The most common and prevalent form of discrimination is based on the race and religion. Judging an individual on the basis of its race or gender is not an appropriate manner. Differences in compensation packages between employers on basis of their color or race are also an unhealthy practice. In terms of age discrimination, younger workers are also paid less as compared to their senior counterpart. Moreover, there is a negative attitude among employers for recruiting and retaining older workers. Discrimination at work. Discrimination at work can take from either the employee or from the colleague side. A colleague can be very sarcastic at times when an employee joins an organization or when he is new to the organization. The effect of the employee can be huge or meager, but the impact on organization remains for a longer time. An employee who is being discriminated witnessed non-cooperation from peers and negative feedbacks from subordinates. Discrimination leads to psychological and emotional disturbances, resulting in demoralization and descent in the performance standards. Now we will look at the employer's roles. What should be an employer do to avoid such situations and to avoid such type of discrimination? Recognizing the fact that unwanted attention to any aspect of an employee demoralizes him, hits his performance level, and ultimately results in loss to the employee in at most terms and to the organization in the long run. The employer should try to be equal to all his employees to maintain bias-free environment throughout the organization. Employees at all the levels should be given periodic counseling and they should be taken care of. There should be a discussion between all the employees freely so that they can perform well and can discuss problems with other employees if they are facing any of them. Fighting back. Fighting back is an important aspect because today if we take on this problem and do nothing about it, then it will become more and more and this can harm the organization in a long run. Be it a manager or clerk, a contract worker or the one who's on roll, a person deserves all the respect and benefits that comes with the post. Every employer has a right to a harassment and discrimination-free workplace as long as his performance is meeting his standards set by the employer. He has a right to excel and grow and decide his career path. If an employee feels discriminated on the basis of gender, age, his caste, religion, then he has the full right to vote against or to raise his voice against this type of discrimination. So, these are the possible aspects or forms of discrimination which I have talked about, and the point which I want to make to all of you is that never you should propel this kind of criteria, or never you should propel or should support this type of discrimination at your workplace, because today it is happening to someone else, maybe tomorrow it's your turn. So better be alert and stop this type of discrimination.